Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Black Bear Medicine Bag Show. Dousti natene, dagote, yaate. Yeah, tonight we will be covering different topics tonight. The number one topic we'll just jump right into. I'm Black Bear Medicine Bag, also known as Sea Walker. And tonight we will be talking about a Navajo cold talker. And then we will jump into the medicinal plants of the Southwest, four-part series. Number one, on Wednesday, a Navajo cold talker named John Creoson Kinsell, at age 107, let me correct myself. His family celebrated as he turned the keys of his newly renovated home that was built in 1950. Mr. Kinsell fought for all of us, President Nigrin said to Mr. Kinsell by video. He used our language to protect us and keep us alive to this day. He deserves for these upgrades to his home. The renovations he needed should have happened a long time ago, according to Navajo Nation's president, Mr. Nigrans. Mr. Kinsell told the Veterans Administration he did not want the new home that he was eligible for. He said he preferred to stay in the house he built from logs bought from the Navajo reservation in the mountains. And he also wanted to continue to use a horse and buggy wagon. And he had two types of Clydesdale type of horses. Veterans Administration Director Bobby Ann Baldwin said it was an honor for a lifetime achievement for the Navajo VA and the contractor team to renovate his home for our chief, a patriarch, our national treasure. Now, I do want to add that the Navajo Nation, the Dene, were not the only ones that were cold talkers. There also was cold talkers among the Inde, Santo Inde, which is the Apaches, among the Lakota, among the Shata people, the Chelagi, Cherokee people, and many other native nations that I will get back and research because I remember seeing a whole page of many native nations. Some were used in World War II. Also, I just thought about the Comanches were used in World War I and World War II. They had a pretty good code talk that couldn't be broken either. So maybe the reason that the Navajos were able to be famous was because nobody could understand it. Even the Japanese captured one Navajo code talker, one Navajo, and he still couldn't understand what the code talkers were talking because it was a special language of warriors, I guess, that was developed just for the military use. So you couldn't even, if you spoke Navajo, you still couldn't understand what they were talking about. And I found that interesting. And the Comanches, they never were able to beat because guys got to remember the Germans sent their own exchange students for a while over here to the United States, as most countries do. And some of them started to learn about the atrocities the United States did. And that's where Hitler came up with the idea of the concentration camps. The first concentration camps were actually the reservations. Yeah, the first genocide and Holocaust happened right here on Turtle Island. You got to remember that in between the decimation of the indigenous and the African people, but the African people just kept on growing. All right, but to keep moving forward, I just wanted to iterate that there were many native nations that don't get recognized even this day as code talkers. There's many of them. Remember that. Just think anything one native nation does, probably other native nations do. They just don't get credit for it. So I have to put it out there. I'm not going to be on long tonight. I also wanted to give you guys an update. The Cherokee Nation is finally going to be able to take back the Cherokee Phoenix, which is the syllabary newspaper that they used a long time ago to print what was going on. The Cherokee Nation was the first nation to have a written language that had a newspaper dating back to 1829. So when the Georgia Guard seized the printing press from the Cherokee Phoenix, they stopped information flow. And for like 100 years, nobody was doing that. But now the with the Department of Forest and I think the Department of Interior, they're handing back the rights to the Cherokee Nation to have the Cherokee Phoenix to be repressed. And the Chief Hogshead was talking about how much it was important for them to have diplomacy in their nation. And a lot of people don't know United States government, even though they don't like to admit to it, they didn't know how to run the country after they got free. Benjamin Franklin spent a lot of time among the Haudenosaunee. I'm sure he spent time among the native nations of the Cherokee, because the Cherokee are the southern Haudenosaunee speakers. So, one second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. All right, I only have a few plants that I'm going to talk about tonight. Get straight to the point. Number one will be the desert willow. The desert willow is known for antiseptic and antifungal. It was used to clean wounds for coughs and digestive problems caused by antibiotics. So I'm going to look up the desert willow and put the picture in there so you guys try to find it if you live in the Southwest. Or you could ask the native nations around you if you're in Arizona or California, somewhere. They should be able to assist you in finding the desert willow. The next one is called Orihanio or right bead brush. It makes a great relaxing tea. It also calms you down. It's also used for digestive problems. It's good for the stomach, and another one is known as desert lavender. You can make you can use the leaves or the flower to make a weak tea. You put it in hot water for a short time and it gives a mint flavor. It's good for stomach and throat issues. And another one is called brittle bush. The flowers you can make into a tea is to help your stomach. You could use the sap, you could use a glue, and the sap from the glue is used to relieve pain with your gums or your tooth. So like a child that's teething, basically. So if you guys have any questions, you guys could contact me at Black Bear Medicine Bag or Yona Black Bear on Facebook. I have two different Facebook pages. The first one is Black Bear Medicine Bag. I got that, and I upload the podcast onto that. If you can't find me online, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm looking for a host once again, one female and one male. Enrollment is a plus, but it's not a must. But you must come from an indigenous background to relate to the show, basically. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. And thank you for tuning in to the Black Bear Medicine Bag Show. Wado, ski, donadagi until we meet again. Yeah.